Cougar Cabinet Recap. Okay, my name is Saya.
My name's Amelia.
I'm Riley.
And then today we had our Cougar Cabinet meeting, and it started off with our recap of the last one, which is where we kind of brainstormed and collectively put together all of the actions that we did, and then shared it with all the other schools. So all 5 schools got to hear from each individual school.
Yeah, like what our priorities were, what we were focused on.
Yeah, and there's a lot of ideas that we got from that. And then today's meeting, we started it off with a game. It was called Sleepy Potion Frog.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. Do you want to explain it?
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about it. So, I learned this game originally from cheer camp, so I kind of took it from there. But initially, it's like a circle of people. You sit down in a circle, and then there's 2 people on the inside of the circle, and they close their eyes. Those are the detectives. And so the whole point of the game is they're trying to figure out who on the outer circle is the poison frog, making everyone else go to sleep. So then you'll have a teacher or administrative person that then everyone else closes their eyes, picks 2 people or 1 people separately to be the frog. And so when everyone lifts their head up, the frog will then make eye contact with someone on the outer edge of the circle, stick their tongue out, and then they go to sleep. So, yeah, they're just trying to make as many people go to sleep as they can before the detectives in the middle guess that they're the frog.
Yep.
Yeah, and then for that game, we split it off to secondary and then elementary. So me and Riley had the primary schools, and then Amelia had the secondary schools.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about how that went?
Yeah, so it was the little kids. They didn't really. The frogs were.
They're timid and scared.
Yeah, timid. That's
caught.
the word. That's the word. Thank you. Yeah. So they didn't want to stick their tongue out as much and try to get as many people as they could.
Yeah.
And so then so we did 2 detectives. And then for the last round, we did 1 detective, and then Saya also played as one of the frogs. So she got a lot of people.
Yeah, and there's only 3 people standing, including me on the outer circle. So I did a pretty good job, and I did not get guessed. So I won.
She did.
So that's pretty good.
For the secondary, I think it went really good. They were really good at being sneaky with it. I don't really think anyone guessed accurately until the last round maybe. And I think we played 3 rounds. I think is what we had time for.
I think we did too. Yeah. And then after that, we split off into our building groups, which is based on the schools. And then we started our food tasting. And then it was kind of it was a staggered start where I think the high schoolers started the food tasting first, and then the middle school, and then the other elementaries, so that it didn't have to be a whole crowd of people waiting for the food. And then while they're waiting for the food, they could just wait and talk about their actions that they're doing at the school. Yeah. So for the high school, we started off with a salad. It was a Mediterranean salad. Yeah. It had chickpeas. Spinach, lettuce,
tomato, cucumber.
One cucumber.
Yeah.
And then the dressing. I don't know what the dressing was. I'm guessing it's a Mediterranean dressing. But,
yeah.
But
it was decent. I say that was my second choice. For how good it was.
I feel
out of the 3,
I like the dressing.
The dressing wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's just that I just don't like chickpeas.
Yeah. Well, and the whole point of this food testing was it's plant-based.
Yeah.
So
it's all,
vegetarian.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then we had the curry
next.
The curry.
And
which didn't seem like curry.
Yeah.
Very much.
It didn't.
It was. It was quinoa and brown rice with more chickpeas that had sauce.
Yeah, they were kind of sauteed with curry spice.
I don't know. Yeah.
And then there was carrots and cauliflower that weren't with the curry spice, kind of on the side.
Yeah.
And
they were cooked, not.
Yeah, they weren't
fresh.
They weren't the
fresh.
Raw like the salad. They're more cooked with the you know. They were warm. It was warm. So
I don't know. I like that. That was my top pick, at least.
Okay.
Out of the 3 for me.
I liked it the most because I like rice and it had rice in it. So yeah, but and then after that we went to our last one, which was a bean burrito.
And it was a tortilla with just straight up whole beans in it.
Yeah, I think there might have been like some like.
I might have saw onion.
I saw like one square that looked like an onion.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there was cheese in it. Like
they needed more cheese if there was cheese, because I didn't see any.
Yeah.
It was bad.
And then most of all the schools that we went around to ask, they said that the food was kind of bland to their tasting.
Okay.
And but some of them that said that they actually liked like the chickpeas and like the and the burrito was kind of a fan favorite in all like the elementary schools.
I feel like the whole food was like hit or miss. It was like that you either liked it or you didn't like it. You know what I mean?
I was talking to English Crossing, and they like half of them said that they loved the bean burrito and ate like 6 each, and then the other half was like, no, thank you. Like straight.
It's very like person dependent. I think. Yeah.
I feel like the high schoolers were all like kind of on the same page with all the food tasting, but it was kind of like fun to see like how the elementary schools were like so like
because they're very like passionate about their food.
Very opinionated.
So that was really fun. And then after we did the food tasting, I mean at least for like according to our high school schedule, we did like talked quickly about our actions and priorities. And our priorities is we're talking about mainly about PDA. And how we were thinking of having, I think it was like a poster that said PDA and then had like a circle and then crossed out.
Or stickers.
Yes. Or like stickers that we could use like
hand out to people.
So like you don't have to like be like too confrontational, like, oh my gosh, stop doing PDA or da da da. It's more like, oh, here you go. They just think that you're giving them a present. And you just like walk away, so it's like non-confrontational. So
we also talked about one of the students on Cougar Cabinet too is kind of doing like this passion project for Autism Awareness Month.
Week. Yeah, he's gonna do it in April, like a week thing for it, and GVC Good Vibes Crew is gonna help out with that, which is I'm in that club, so
definitely that was another priority. I'm trying to think what else he talked about.
And I'm looking really like forward to that because I remember I saw it like on like the ASB like I think it was like events or fundraising requests, and I was like, oh, like this is like a really good idea. And what we also talked about, I think that we mainly talked about the PDA, and then but for the other schools, I know that LMS they talked about bathroom like vandalization, like how to get that better. And I know that that's like their main priority, but then they're let me get my paper out, not my paper, my phone out. Okay. And then their top like that their second priority was the bathrooms, but their top priority was peer mentorships within the middle school. So it's like 8th graders mentoring 6th graders.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, okay.
And then they were thinking that it would be like outside of it wouldn't be a part of the leadership classroom. It might they're thinking that it might be like a club, or it might be like maybe like a activity. And then
like Cougar Crew kind of.
Yeah, kind of like that. Like how we have Cougar Crew in the high school, but like within the middle school. And then for LES, they talked about bathrooms and recess, and they wanted to make their bathrooms less vandalized, and they also wanted their recesses to be kinder and have more activities inside during the recesses. So, so that's their actions that they're doing currently.
I went and spoke with Cougar Creek, and they all really liked the food, surprisingly, at Cougar Creek. I really didn't get anyone that was like, no, I hated it. Most of them were like, no, like, we loved it. So, I don't know. Their school's a fan. And then They also, the number one thing they're working on right now is putting in a new program for new students, like kind of like
cool.
getting them like used to the school
Like,
and put in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the students in Cougar Cabinet are going to be giving them tours and like showing them around and like walking with them to their classes, or if they ever need anything, like they're going to be someone they can go to. And so they have a new student coming tomorrow.
Oh.
So it's going to be the first time they're like testing it out. And so I was just talking to all the kids and they're so excited to just like show the new student around. And yeah, so I'm excited to hear about how that goes.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, cute. I did English crossing, and one of their main things they were focused on was the behavior at recesses. So they said that they talked to a lot of the recess people. The what are they called?
Recess teachers?
Teachers. Yeah.
Like,
they said something else. What? Yeah, recess teachers.
okay.
Sure. Yeah. And like ask them like how they could like help people not be mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like kind of like mitigate that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they also said that they were gonna go talk to people during like all the recesses, and they were gonna meet the week after, so next week, and do that. And then they were also discussing how they were gonna go into classrooms and talk to like students in there about better behavior during recess.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like student, not like
Yeah, I feel like it'll be more like
more
powerful.
Because it's like, oh, your peer is talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that pretty much wraps up what we did in a meeting. And then, of course, as usual, we gathered everyone for the adults to put the tables where they were before, and the students to put the chairs so that they're with the tables. Yeah. And then after that, we just kind of asked like how it was, and a lot of students were really happy about like the food tasting. Like even if they didn't like it, like they were really excited about like being a part of making decisions and like how
that affect their school.
Yeah, like how it will be like how they will see it in their lunches. So that's how Cougar Cabinet went today.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cougar Cabinet,
peace out.